It was a heated Gering Board of Education meeting Monday night at City Hall. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Gering Public Schools Board of Education members heard from a number of concerned patrons during a public comment period during Monday night's regular monthly board meeting. Attendees voiced their opposition on recently implemented mask mandates that have since expired and on a lack of communication from administration and decisions made by the board.
Like so many others here tonight, I'm beyond frustrated that our own school board has taken the direction currently, and we're still talking about masks. I want to actually talk more about the lack of transparency, the consistency, and the disregard for the concerns of parents recently by the administration as well as the superintendent.
For concerned parents, this issue is not about political views and policies. It is, however, about their right to choose and how that relates to protecting their kids. If our school's goal is to protect and keep our children safe, then the key is the difference between right and wrong, and what is going on presently is wrong.
Afterwards, Board President B.J. Peters addressed the crowd on this difficult subject.
In the 17 years that I've been on this board, I've never seen an issue like this that's become this emotional countrywide. And it bothers me that I have to ask for security for a local school board meeting because I'm not sure. If you saw the tone of some of these emails, you would understand. But I can assure you it has not changed what the number one goal of this board is, and that's to educate your kids in the safest way possible. From day one, every school district in this region, in this state, and in this country has been told to follow the guidance of their public health department. And now you're telling us that's crap. And I don't understand that. They're the public health officials that we're supposed to rely on.
A total of 9 patrons addressed the board, with many citing statistics regarding COVID-19 and its effects with regards to children. Sticking with the Board of Education, as Morrill Public Schools will soon be on the hunt for a new superintendent. That after the district's Board of Education decided not to renew Joe Sherwood's contract. Board President Dave Sherrod tells KNEB News the timeline for a search has yet to be determined, but it can be a lengthy process.
I was actually part of the hiring process for him, and it took several months to get interviews lined up and fly people in and make arrangements. So it might be later in the summer.
Sherrod confirmed to KNEB News the board made the decision not to extend Sherwood's contract following a pair of closed executive sessions at the end of their regular monthly meeting on Monday night. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, you don't have to be like a tortoise and carry your home on your back. They have mortgage experts that can help you finance the home that's perfect for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer looking for your next home or simply want to refinance the home you're in, the experienced lenders at Platte Valley Bank are there to help. Contact them at pvbank.com or call and visit with one of the mortgage experts to take advantage of great rates at Platte Valley Bank.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Welcome back. Panhandle State Senators Steve Erdman and Tom Brewer are among a group of 26 lawmakers signing on to a letter asking for a special session to bar businesses from mandating coronavirus vaccinations. Senators Ben Hansen of Blair and Rob Clements of Elmwood circulated a petition among their fellow lawmakers to try to build enough support for a special session, which is considered a long shot. At least 10 senators needed to sign the petition before it could go to Secretary of State Bob Evnen. Now, he will be polling all 49 state senators to see if they would support the idea, with 33 needed to force such a gathering to be called. Governor Pete Ricketts recently said he himself would not be calling lawmakers back to Lincoln to deal with the issue. Well, loose electrical equipment was the cause of a power outage Tuesday evening that disrupted power to a large part of Scottsbluff. MPPD spokesman Mark Becker says around 4:40 p.m., the utility had a lockout a floater on the line north of the Enterprise substation. A floater is lineman slang for a conductor or line that has become untied from an insulator or conductor. Insulator and pin had separated from the tower crossarm and then was floating rather than being tied down. The outage affected more than 5,700 MPPD customers, with repair crews isolating the floater and restoring service to all customers shortly after 5 p.m. And a federal grand jury has indicted U.S. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry on one charge of scheming to falsify and conceal material facts and 2 counts of making false statements to federal investigators. The indictment accuses Fortenberry of lying to the FBI and concealing information from federal agents who were investigating campaign contributions funneled to him from a Nigerian billionaire. The 9-term congressman is proclaiming his innocence and promising to fight the charges. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your midweek forecast. He'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features. Colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens. Brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We're providing low and no-cost broadband to qualifying community members. Go to allofiber.com/EBB to learn more.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Welcome back. For this week's featured pet of the week, we meet Flex, a 1-year-old terrier pit bull mix that loves to play. Flex is the name and having fun is his game. He's a big guy with an even bigger heart. Flex enjoys his big old stuffed animals, and he loves to always be on the go. His adoption cost is $150, and that includes his neuter, microchipping, and all vaccinations. To meet Flex or any of the dogs or cats they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society. Well, coming after the break, your midweek community calendar. We'll have that in just 90 seconds here on KNEB.TV News.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com. If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
Why bank at a local community bank? When you choose a local community bank, you keep money in our local economy. That money helps support local jobs, schools, and businesses. Money that helps fund a stronger and prosperous community for us all to enjoy and live in. At Platte Valley Bank, we are here to help build and support the community we love being a part of. We believe that together, we can make great things happen. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the City of Kimball has a new city administrator, with the City Council Tuesday night approving the appointment of Annette Brower. The decision did not come without some dissent from a few members of the public, primarily saying appointed council members had a conflict of interest as they were selected by the mayor, who offered Brower's name for the post. Now, there were no recusals, as Councilman Craig Pike noted that Baker Tully Consultant was the primary driver in helping determine the finalists, and she was very impressed with Brower.
And if we didn't want her, she's going to get her. And well, you know who we got it right now running this city, and I like how she's running it. I wouldn't go with anybody else. And we did not ask her to do this. The consultant from outside our city recognized her traits, her attributes, her experience as something that we really ought to be looking at seriously.
Councilwoman Christy Warner said Brower cares deeply about the community, as shown by the fact she's still working for the city, filling multiple roles after a similar appointment more than a year ago fell through.
After the treatment that she went through over a year ago, if it was most people, they would have thrown their hands up and said, you know what, I don't need this job that much. We don't pay, there's no way we paid any of our administrators worth going through that. And yet she held her head high and continued to do her job day in and day out, and took all the crap from anybody that was willing to give it, and is still sitting here doing her job. Why? Because she cares about the community. And if you can't see that, you're pretty blind.
Brower was elected into the position by a vote of 3-2. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.